Robert Brooks, an inmate at Marcy Prison in Oneida County. Brooks died earlier this month. News Channel 9's Ashley Gabar now sharing that video with us. Ashley.
Yeah, Christy, the state AG's office confirming Robert Brooks was transferred from Mohawk Correctional Facility to Marcy Correctional Facility on December 9th. Now, less than 24 hours later, he would be dead. I did watch the video, and it's graphic. It shows Brooks being kicked, punched, and at one point partially stripped, all while being handcuffed. Just before 9:30 on December 9th, body cam video shows Robert Brooks in handcuffs being led into the infirmary at Marcy Correctional Facility. Corrections officers are then seen carrying Brooks into the lobby. He is then taken to a medical exam room. There are multiple corrections officers surrounding Brooks. A few minutes into the video, we see the beating begin. Video showing a guard begin punching Brooks while other corrections officers are seen looking on. Video then shows guards holding Brooks down while another guard appears to kick him in the groin. Multiple officers continue to hit and punch Brooks. Video also appears to show a guard grabbing Brooks by his throat and picking him up while another guard continues to hit Brooks in the stomach with a shoe. Now, Brooks was taken to a Utica hospital where he was pronounced dead. He had been serving a 12-year sentence for assaulting his girlfriend. We are also working to learn why Brooks was transferred from Mohawk to Marcy. There were 4 body cams operating, but they were in standby mode and audio was not recorded. Full video released by the AG's office can be found online at localsyr.com. Christy.
Listen, man. That brother was handcuffed. He was handcuffed, so it ain't no damn excuse at all. There's no excuse at all for what happened to that brother. You have a man that is handcuffed. You got a brother that his hands is behind his back. You know what I'm saying? He was no threat. And they said it was like 14, 15 people in that room, 14 officers in that room. It ain't no goddamn excuse, man. It's no excuse. Like I won't be surprised, but I'm waiting to see how are they going to wiggle themselves up out of this one. You understand? I'm waiting to see how white supremacy is going to get themselves up out of this one. They should be charged with murder, point blank. They should be charged with murder. You're right. It's sickening. It's diabolical. It's evil. And what people got to understand is that these people are devils. This is on camera, but inmates, they die all the time, mysteriously all the time when they're locked up. I believe 4 of the officers that were in that room already got charges on them from something else. You get what I'm saying? So like I said this in the video yesterday, I said, this reminds me of the Pattyrollers all over again. This is Pattyroller activity. This is gang activity right here. You looking at real gang activity. They got him, his hands are behind his back. He's handcuffed, punching him in his stomach, punching him in his face. One of them put his foot in his groin, put his foot where his private parts is, kicking him right there. I mean, that's a murder. You looking at the Pattyrollers all over again. You looking at white supremacy in a uniform. That's what you're looking at. And the thing is that this ain't even getting a lot of airplay. The media ain't really covering it like that. And what really is infuriating is that they make it seem, they use this word salad. They make it seem like they say, oh, they failed to engage and activate the sound on their cameras. That ain't no damn fail. That's on purpose. That's on purpose. And I'm sure this is not the first time. They were too comfortable in there doing that to that brother. They were too comfortable. So you know it's not the first time. There are videos with brothers talking about how they were treated by correctional officers. They abused brothers in there. They deprived them of things. There's psychological abuse. There's all types of levels of abuse. I'm sorry. And the thing is, I'm not saying that brothers are innocent. You locked up. So obviously there are brothers in there that are in there doing their time and they did something. You know what I'm saying? And there's brothers that have unalived correctional officers, beat that brakes off of them. But this brother had his hands behind his back, handcuffed, defenseless, just like our forefathers, defenseless against a white lynch mob, defenseless against white accusations. Oh, you bumped into this white woman. You SA'd this white woman. You said this to this white man. You stole this from this white man. You unalived this person. Defenseless against a mob. And a white supremacist, you want me to say, oh, that's just an isolated incident. Nah, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say that these are devils and they're just like their forefathers, because I am not going to forget my past, and I'm not going to say, oh, it doesn't bring up the thought of how my forefathers used to get treated, because it does. Sister Thawah said this. She said, when I saw this last night, I couldn't stop crying. This shit is so sad on so many levels. It's heartbreaking to see. But it has to be people that are willing to point out the evils of this society and not act like it's an isolated incident. This has been going on for forever. This is on camera, but who knows all of the brothers that done been unalived in this fashion inside of correctional facilities, even in the juvenile facilities. And we're not just talking about brothers, we're talking about women, sisters too. Who knows? Those stories don't get told. Those stories don't get out. It don't be no camera evidence of those stories. Thank the Lord that it was some camera evidence. Hell, they turned the sound off. So we don't know what they were saying, but it's a few of them in there with smirks. But guess what? Here's the evil part of it. I bet you they had a holly jolly Christmas. They had a good white Christmas. They sat there smiling, drinking eggnog, watching their kids open presents that they bought from a job where they're somewhere brutalizing and unaliving Black and brown men.